What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome to another BVD TV video. And of course, I'm your host, Big Ball Daddy. Been on here for 14 years, ain't going nowhere till God takes me away.
14 to the 12, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. It is a touchdown, Big Orange!
Kentucky tried last night. They tried to get my stress level to the point of strokage, but they fell just a little bit short. I don't know if it was Kentucky trying to push my buttons or Tennessee's defense. Now, clearly, the loss of Kamal Hadden had a big effect on Kentucky's game plan and Tennessee's game plan. We couldn't stop Devin Leary to save our lives last night. The only thing that stopped Devin Leary, quite frankly, was the clock. And sometimes in games like this, that's all you need. You need the clock to stop the game for you, and that's what happened for Tennessee. So, yeah, the clock stopped the game and stopped the bleeding and stopped me from probably having a stroke. Try as I might, the older I get, the more I can't help myself when I do these games. And by do these games, I mean when I stream them, when I watch them, when I listen to them, when I rewatch them, it doesn't matter. If I'm watching Tennessee football, ultimately, unless it's a major blowout or a major surprise, like winning a game we shouldn't win, I almost stroke out. Now, there's the narrative going on around the internet right now about Michigan's cheating, the sign stealing, and all that having a bearing on Tennessee's game against South Carolina. And I know my boy Sports Talk Jay is making a big deal about this. But for me, and this is just me personally, the game happened. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Look, even if it came back that indeed South Carolina did cheat in that game and were stealing signs using their wristbands, it doesn't matter. There's nothing we can do about it. The game is over. They kicked the doo-doo out of us, and we can't replay the game. We can't recreate that atmosphere that night with those players. So really, other than giving credence to some internet tomfoolery, why even waste another second on it? That's my perspective, and I'm not going to. There's a whole lot of football left to be played this year with this team to see what this team can do. And make no mistake about it, bowl games are important to people like me. There's a lot of people out there that could care less about bowl games. But I think deep down in your heart of hearts, people that don't care about bowl games, you care about bowl games. Look, only 4 teams can make the college football playoff right now. Prior to that, only 2 teams could make it. Prior to that, only 1 team was named national champion, and it was voted on. Yeah, we had the BCS era, but whatever. There's a very small percentage of teams that get to play for a national championship each year. And if you're not a part of that small percentage, then what else is there left except for to try and get the best bowl game you can get? And that's currently what Tennessee is trying to do. The SEC title is out of the picture this year. Football playoffs are out of the picture this year. So what's left? Go out there, play your best, and get the best bowl game you can get. And for Tennessee, that could be another Orange Bowl or whatever bowl that's not part of the playoff. I don't keep up with 100% of everything going on in the college football world like a lot of other YouTubers. This is an opinion-based channel, so take it for what it's worth. So yeah, there you go. And therefore, beating Kentucky last night was very important for Tennessee in order to get the best bowl game possible. Kentucky, their season's pretty much over. They're on that downslide right now. They've lost 3 in a row. They took their best shot last night in their Super Bowl in their house with all their fans and a riled up bunch of Kentucky hillbillies taking on a Tennessee team that just wasn't going to have it. They just weren't going to have it, and they didn't. At the end of the day, as my boy Josh Heupel likes to always say, Tennessee was just a better team. Kentucky had their moments. Devin Leary played the game of his life. Best game by far he's had as a college quarterback. Who else but Tennessee to give it to him? But it is what it is. Their bell cow, their big running back running behind the big blue wall, we heard that name 100 times last night, accounted for squat. How about the big orange wall? Where's the talk of that? Let's talk about the big orange wall. A much maligned Tennessee offensive line, all they did was pave the way for over 200 yards rushing last night. This team is running the ball incredibly well. Even in the loss to Alabama, we still had, 150, 160 yards, something like that. I can't remember. This team is doing things that it's been a long time since Tennessee has done, and that's dominating at the line of scrimmage and running the ball well. So, hey, let's continue to do that. We're going to smash UConn next week. We should see Nico, and maybe that'll shut some people up. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Hell, it may make it worse. We'll just have to wait and see. Or Tennessee could come out and lay an egg, and we have to see Joe Milton for 4 quarters. And that'll be just fine, too. This is his one and only senior year. It's his last chance, so let's let him have his year, okay? Joe's playing great right now for Joe, and I'll take it. He was great last night. He passed when he needed to. He ran when he needed to. He ran the offense, in my opinion, pretty efficiently. So there you go. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I love you. I mean it. Hug your mom and daddy. Go Vols. Screw y'alls. And bring on another set of animals. It's the Huskies this week. Then it'll be another kitty cat and then another dog before we finally, at the end of the season, shut the doors.